Good afternoon, guys, ghouls, and everyone out there in the realm. Uh, I am Romanova, and we are here with another update show, and I am joined today by a familiar face, as you know, probably on this side, Nico. And we have a new
Hello,
face.
it's a pleasure, as always.
Hello.
So, I wanted to take a second before we dive into the hunt to introduce, somebody not so new to Hi-Rez, but newer to the Paladins team. Fish, why don't you tell everyone a little bit about you and what you do, and then we can get into, what's in the show.
Hello, champions of the realm. Yeah, I'm Hi-Rez Fish. Some of you may know me from my work on Smite. I've been with Hi-Rez as a designer for a while, and while no one can fill in the impressive shoes of Kevin Adonis Meyer, I'm here to try to see what we can do and keep Paladins strong and growing, along with the excellent team that is already on it, including both Mr. Nico and Romanova. So let him meet.
Yeah, we've been so glad to have you so far, Fish, as you know, but also to the community out there. Fish has been nothing shy but wonderful with just communication and just making sure to, also give a hand in listening to the community. So hopefully y'all out there have, a good first impression. So with that said, we can get on into, the hunt, and we'll go over the first couple bug fixes coming in the realm here. So, just to start, I am going to talk about a hotfix coming. So, on Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern is when it should go live. There will be a separate blog with these fixes, by the way. So, if you're looking at the update notes now, it will not have this in it. But there will be a separate blog tomorrow morning with all the changes coming in the hotfix, which will be live tomorrow. And this will have minimal downtime. And yes, it is going to fix the Mave Trials of the Realm bug in it. So you can be rest assured that you will be able to complete your quest and many more things tomorrow, champions. So with that said, let's get into bug fixes that are coming later in this update, the Trickshot update. Bug fix number 1, we have Atlas, where the team was able to fix an issue where Atlas's unstable fisher icon. Oh my gosh, I keep saying the word fish. There's just too much fish going on right now. But, and description we're missing, and the description we're missing from the in-game scoreboard if Atlas had that talent equipped. So, seems like some UI issues, which, ever since we've got Cam on the team and some other folks, we've been really working away at getting some of those UI fixes, worked at. And we're going to go into the second bug fix, and I'm sure Nico can elaborate a little bit more on anything Corvus. This bug fix is for Corvus, where they fixed an issue where selecting the binding that activated Corvus's Entropic Breach while in the spawn room could lock Corvus out of using his Abyssal Reconstruction ability until he used his ultimate in the match outside of his spawn room.
I can actually take that one.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it, Fish.
Yeah, so that was something that got reported from the community. It went through the AOC, and we believe we have a fix in for it. You should no longer be locked out of other abilities when using your ult in the spawn.
Okay, yeah, I am happy to hear that. I always like when Corvus gets a little love, and I believe we're going to get into that in the balance section too, a little bit of love for Corvus there. Bug fix number 3, we're just going to go over Imani. Imani, we fixed an issue where the Swift Seer card could not find if Imani used her Inferno Cannon ability while in midair. So, I feel like that's something too with characters who have the ability to kind of soar or, kind of zoom through the sky in some way, that there's always likely to be some kind of issue that can arise from that. So that's a really, I think, quality fix there. But again, folks, you can go to the update notes that are live right now and check all the bug fixes that are there. But the majority of bug fixes, if it looks like a little small for this update, a lot of bug fixes have been put into this hotfix that, again, is coming out tomorrow. And you will be able to see the notes for that hotfix in the morning to see everything that's included in there. And again, yes, the Trials of the Realm Mave bug is fixed. So, yeah, I will say, folks, we are going to get into some balance, and, I'm going to let these two design wizards here take over a little bit. We have some updates regarding the bounty store, free rewards, and a few other things before we go right into exactly what is being changed balance-wise. So, one of you would like to kind of take the floor there with your developer commentary.
Go for it. Oh, general updates first and then balance, or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so general updates. Right, so we often get the feedback, hey, we stop putting out stuff, we just want the game to be better. We kind of did that. There's a lot of stuff. Even if it doesn't show up on this notes, I definitely suggest you look at the full patch notes because we put in a lot of bug fixes. Some of which, the bounty store, we know that launched in a rocky state and it's kind of become a meme, but we are working to make it better. The bounty store has additional complexity because it involves external transfers, but we're trying to get with the hotfix, the bounty coin rewards from daily quests back in. We are trying to, with the next patch, we'll have additional rewards with event passes and trials. And then we are bringing back a feature from the previous bounty store, which is limited quantities on skins. Outside of the bounty store, we're messing with the free rewards. Not all regions have them available, but for those who do, we are extending the maximum that you can earn within a day from 35 per week to 35 per day. And that's related to previous changes we made to the amount of rewards to keep that so it's reasonable for players who don't have access to it. But if you do and you want to use it, you can do so more before we cap you moving forward. We also made some changes to our blacklist of words.
That funny to me.
There's some silly ones.
Yeah, I've had the Cassie one happen before.
And there are other ones too where it's like, okay, clearly this is trying to detect something, but it's not working the way we want it to. So we did a pass to hopefully make it more reasonable, more intuitive, and you can definitely type Cassie now without getting asterisked. The final one on the general updates is update on champion mastery rewards. We have reports for a while that some of the rewards are not being correctly given when you master the champion. We believe that has been fixed. If your account had this in a broken state previously and is not fixed for you, please update your existing support ticket with a comment, and we will follow up with you to try to get your accounts sorted out. But we think the issue should be solved moving forward.
Yeah, that's great news because I've definitely heard, different people having that issue with some golden, mastery rewards, and there's, tickets have been answered, but it's still, just unfortunate if you have to do that. So having this kind of, update is honestly a great quality change there. So shout outs to the team for that. But we are going to go into some of our balance changes. Starting with Corvus, we have some buffs coming, it looks like, for Officer's Pistol and Projection as well.
Yes. So for Corvus, we are seeing a damage increase on Officer's Pistol, damage per shot going from 70 to 74. Also a slight effective range increase from 110 to 125. And then the other Corvus change we have coming out is the cooldown reduction when choosing to not teleport before the timer runs up. Is the cooldown reduction for that is being increased to 2 seconds from 1 second. We think that Corvus's healing numbers are fairly performing, but he could use some love in other areas. So this is what we ended up going with.
Yeah, I know that some people, probably are diehard Corvus fans out there, so I'm sure they appreciate the love. And with that being said, we also have some quality changes coming for E. We have looks like a quality of life change for, and a buff for Over the Moon. Any elaboration or care for making this decision?
Sure. So the blink in particular is a quality of life. We know that it's very easy because of the wind-up time to get interrupted out of it, and we've cut it in half to hopefully make a significant improvement on your reliability of when you start the blink, you'll be able to complete it. And then the Over the Moon, that seemed like another area where she could just use a little nudge in a buff direction. But the blink one, I think, is going to be huge.
Yeah. And I'm sure the Eevee fans out there are excited. I feel like she's a champion that has always been maybe pretty strong in the hands of a skilled player, but this will probably help, even if you're not maybe like a pro at playing the character as well. But unfortunately, folks, we do have some nerfs. We have first, Fernando is getting a little bit of a tone down on Aegis. So if you would like to elaborate this, my trusty designers.
Yeah, Fernando, pretty much with his talent across the board is getting seeing some nerfs. So we'll see his I'm gonna call it shield juice because I call everything whatever juice. I should probably figure a different term for that. But anyway, shield juice. So the shield juice required to bring the shield up is going up from 15% to 20%. We're going to reduce the base rate of shield resource generation by about 11%. I'm not a huge fan of using percentages because they can be misinterpreted, especially with context. But for the sake of these patch notes, 11%. We are increasing the time after taking damage before the full rate of shield juice recharge will, from 0.6 seconds to 0.7 seconds. And then the addition is we are adding a 1.5 second delay to before any shield resource will regenerate after your shield is completely broken. And then so pretty much across the board, Aegis nerfs. We're having a tough time with the hot man himself.
Please nerf Nico referring to things as juice. And then we have some nerfs coming as well to Grover. Looks like Deep Roots is getting a little bit of a tone down as well. Looks like his crippling throw currently roots the enemies, and hit will between enemies nearby up to 3 times, and it looks like you're now toning that down where it has a lesser effect on 3 nearby enemies, slowing them down for 35% for 2 seconds. So what brought about this? I know Grover's pretty strong right now, so
he is pretty strong, and there's definitely some frustration building up, and there was a lot of value out of this single Deep Roots, so we definitely wanted to tone it down so that rather than getting 3 roots off of one ability, now the chain is a slow instead. So hopefully that's more manageable while still offering some utility from it.
Yeah. I think he's still really strong regardless, so we'll just have to see. And folks, when PTS does go live, make sure if you're not already in the Paladins Discord, to make sure you give some feedback in the PTS feedback channel if you think it's good, or even if you think maybe it's a little too harsh. People are always looking in to see what the community thinks. Saris is getting a little bit of a tone down as well. A nerf on Mortal Reach, reducing the effects of the healing tick rate from 25% to 20%. I've been in a couple games not too long ago that, Saris, I play Saris myself, and she definitely is one of the stronger healers, I feel, at least in, mid-level gameplay, or mid-level, I don't know. You two would have probably a stronger insight on the data on that, right?
Yeah, so actually real quick, I just want to clarify with the Grover change. The initial target will still be taking the full effect of crippling throw. This is purely on the chaining effect.
Chain.
But
yep.
for Saris in particular, yep, with Mortal Reach in particular, when we shifted to the new functionality for that talent, we saw kind of an uptick in her healing effectiveness overall, along with some of the other shifts that we did for her, some of the other buffs. We've been changing some things, nerfing some things over the past couple updates about specifically her survivability, and this is targeting specifically her healing effectiveness with the Mortal Reach talent. So we're just bringing that down to be slightly more in line with the rest of the support chains.
I mean, that makes total sense. But we're not going to end on another nerf here for the balance section, folks, before we get into the rest of the content. We're going to end on a buff here. Strix is going to be receiving a slight buff to Talon Rifle and Pistol. I will let Design take that away to discuss.
Sure. So with Strix, we definitely have some concerns about the champion becoming too meta. At the same time, he feels pretty irrelevant at the moment. So we wanted to give a little assistance to his primary fire in both the change to his Talon rifle, as well as the pistol. The pistol is the flashier of the changes, because in addition to the recoil improvement, it's also now automatic. So you can pop, get more shots off without having to unhold the button. So hopefully that'll feel good.
Hopefully it feels good, players. Again, folks, before we transition to the next part, just remember when PTS does go live and you are playing, just give feedback, you know? Sometimes there is the possibility something's a little too strong, even with a small buff, or too weak with a small nerf. So make sure to give us your feedback. And with that said, we have a really big, and I mean big, like probably our biggest map update yet for visuals and just effects in general, coming in this update with Stone Keep. So we're going to take it away. Wow. So I haven't seen, I actually surprised myself by not viewing that whole video before then. I've only seen it, you know, in game. Shout out to the video team for putting together such a great video to show off our brand new look for Stone Keep, and with day and night, which is also going to be something in the map. It'll have a daytime and a nighttime setting. Before we discuss that, like me with myself with Nico and Fish here, we do have some dev commentary from the environment artists. And with this map, so this is from them. With this map, we wanted to accomplish two main goals. One, we wanted the color scheme and architecture design to obviously reflect that Stone Keep is a magistrate city. And two, we wanted to use this work to introduce a more urban environment, something we've never really put into Paladins before. We wanted this map to feel more like a bustling medieval metropolis, and we expanded on the skybox to reinforce that. The sheer cliff drop is gone, replaced with a wide swath of additional city buildings across the broad canal. We intended for this map to feel more like a small piece of as much of a larger world instead of a castle sitting alone on the top of a hill. As for the lighting, we've wanted to test multiple lighting scenarios on the maps for some time, and this seemed like a good place to start. Thanks to the city setting, we were able to integrate many sources of artificial light into the visual design, so we could continue to highlight important routes and landmarks in the dark. We're very excited to see how both versions of this updated map are received, and hope you are enjoying playing. So yeah, that's straight from our environment team, and you know, I know they put their hearts and souls into this, so for me it's just great to see, and it's great to see, you know, people probably popping off right now with how great the Stone Keep update looks. Any comments though before you know, we get into some other fun content here, folks?
I mean, I just want to say that our map updates are some of my favorite content updates, and Stone Keep, as it is right now, is already one of my favorite maps. But, and I'm sorry, but I have to say this: the changes, both visually and I think even a couple of design tweaks, are like night and day, so to speak. You know, even though it's, you know, there is a night and a day new update, whatever. You get the point. It's fantastic. I'm very excited for everyone to play it. And this new Stone Keep it remains one of, if not my favorite map.
LD and the art team really knocked it out of the park with this one.
Yeah, shout out to everyone involved in the creation of this. You know, we have very talented people on the team, and it's nice to see all these visual updates happen because we want to keep moving forward, right? But with that being said, we are going to go into the limited time modes just briefly, just let you know some of what's coming with those. The Trickshot update will feature 4 unique and 4 previously popular modes that will rotate through the patch cycle. Some quick previews of 3 to expect is 1 will be Cosmic Death, which is where Genos moves at the speed of light or as fast as time, and space will allow him. Genos only mode with extremely increased ultimate charge gain rate and blazing fast movement speed. That is absolute chaos, but chaos can be a little fun sometimes. ROM page, all ROM, all chaos. I just in my head just picture ROMs charging, and that also is chaos. And we also have one called Claws Out. Tired of Kid from a Mile Away? Come on down to Claws Out, featuring all Kogas with claws without energy drain alongside decreased agility, cooldown, and damage. So, yeah. Great job with these guys. So, I think...
Don't step into the light. I just have a couple more I have to get this off my chest. Okay, so run, don't step into the light and perish. Firstly, Cosmic Death. Secondly, do you guys know how long I've been waiting to use the word ROM page and have it be meaningful? I came up with that when we put the champion out, and finally this LTM allows us to name something ROM page. I'm happy. Finally.
It's your time.
Anyway, carry on.
I'm sure people would have guessed that was your doing anyway. So, as you probably noticed, we're dressed a little festive, a little spoopy out here. We have a new event pass coming, and it is, kind of horror themed, and it's called Nightfall. And as you can guess, there's definitely a vampire skin involved in this. Once we're ready, we'll get right to it, starting with the splash art of our first unlock, the instant unlock for this event pass, which is one of my favorites, Count Corvus.
It's a me.
I know. Me and, our coworker that used to work here, Saati, me and her pushed so hard to, early on, just to say, we need a Corvus skin as a vampire. And Saati is the same person who pushed for a Merman Genos. So we definitely got more taste of what we wanted here. And I know the community also wanted the same as us. So it's a win for all of us all around here. And I think we're going to get our first look in game.
Oh no, he's aristocratic. He may be a vampire, but I'll tell you, this skin does not suck. One of my favorite Corvus skins.
Yeah.
Really like the little horror touches there, the glow, and it turned out really well.
Yeah, just the general aesthetic and how even the gems kind of look.
Sanguine.
Sanguine indeed.
The details on the weapons really come out as well. Really happy with this.
I'm impressed when we put out champions who have, especially foci, like the dagger that Corvus holds. Seeing what the team can do with iteration or each change or each thematic difference is part of what I love.
A bat?
A bat out of Stone Keep.
I love it. I love it so far. I know that we want to see a look to here. Yep, I was gonna say the ultimate. Oh my goodness!
So dapper too.
It's pretty bad.
He does it elegantly, right?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. We need to give like a we need to have like a donut day and send some donuts to Strixus operating the behind the scenes right now for doing that. So that was very fancy. But yeah, let's get into the voice pack.
I am one of the most powerful beings in this realm, and they just keep asking me to take my shirt off. Seriously. Was that a threat? I do believe I am magnificent. Still my heart. Ah, yes, but you are cute, aren't you? Bloody spectacular. That is rather fantastic. Blood is life, and I am death.
I love it because also before we just one note before we end looking at Count Corvus here is the line about the shirts. I've seen, you know, reading social all the time for our game. I've seen way too many people asking for Corvus to take his shirt off. So that one's for y'all.
Asking you shall receive.
We are going to go into our level 12 unlock in this event pass, which is Temptress Sky. So many of you kind of, you know, had a good guess with our teasers that we posted on social, just kind of figuring out based on the clues and contexts, different shapes that were involved, and you know, she's quite the
hold on to your souls.
Yeah, she's delightfully sinful. Is I guess the
very alluring, very dangerous.
So, and with that being said, I think we're gonna go take a look at her in game and get to see exactly, you know, all the special effects and the voice pack too. I just voice packs. So one thing that we do great, I feel, and Corvus that we just showed is kind of an example of this, is, you know, whoever fully decides on the casting with these voice packs has been crushing it lately. So
it's definitely a team effort, but I love where we reach with those. Similarly, in this art here, we're looking at like a lot of personality there, and that really helps with casting and with the characterization.
Yeah, part of the challenge, or you know, and the fun part of the challenge is trying to do something different or unique, or something that matches especially well with the art that the art team is providing to the design team for the casting in a way that is both you know, meets expectations in a way that makes the players feel like yeah, this would make sense for this character, and you know, pushes the envelope in a new or unique or different tone or characterization, or even just different phrases. So definitely a lot of fun there.
Yeah, growing our body of work while also delivering to player expectations. That is a interesting challenge, and one that I love when we rise to.
Yeah. So it looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties, folks, trying to load her into the game in our dev environment right now. But we are going to show her off in game. I just believe it might have her in the lobby or character screen. So we will have that up very shortly. But I will say, if you haven't had a chance to yet to go look at the update notes that are live, I am gonna just say that I think this is probably one of our coolest event pass so far. But okay, so it looks like we are going to be able to load, but we're going to load her level 24 unlock, but we're going to go into our level 18 unlock first and show off the next Corvus skin in line, which is also your free unlock if you're just grinding out the event pass for the free track. Midnight Royal Corvus.
He looks sharp.
So, yeah.
Kind of that,
you know,
regal purple vibe, right?
Yeah. I
dagger,
like my
sharp
blondes.
Teeth, sharp dress.
Yeah, I like my blondes, but I love the gold on this and how it complements like the white clothing with the purple so much. So I think they did a really great job on this. You know, he's just gonna look fabulous no matter which skin you choose. So, but yeah, we are gonna show you our level 24 unlock here, champions. Devilish Sky, and this is my favorite version of the kind of succubus skin that she has going on here. I think yep. But yeah, folks, we will have some more info on the skin, and make sure to check out social media after the update show, when our artists will be posting different animations and whatnot for this. It looks like the dev end right now is having a little bit of difficulty getting the skin to load into the game right now in our dev environment. So we are... Oh! Well, they didn't tell me that. Okay. We are going to show it to you in the lobby. My goodness. Sorry, folks.
We'll get this ironed out before it reaches the public. She is looking sharp. I like both versions. The art and the models are really nailing it as well. I like the wings. I like the curve of her horns. A lot of good stuff there. Definitely horn fan.
I see the resemblance, Fish.
I get that a lot. Sky and I.
Sky and I. Yeah, and there is going to be a bunch of other really cool rewards on the Event Pass track, as well as the Trials of the Realm have a ton of really cool rewards coming your way. Bomb King, though, if you're a Bomb King player, we are going to be having an MVP for Bomb King that you can get in this Event Pass track, whereas there will be other MVPs and even emotes that you can get in the Trials of the Realm coming up as well. In the Trials of the Realm, you'll also be able to get I think it's a buck. Yeah, we have a buck emote. So buck fans out there, get excited. Go buck wild for it. And we also have an MVP for Grok. So if you're a Grok fan out there, you'll be getting an MVP if you grind through the Trials of the Realm challenges for that, which is also, I think a win in general. So we are going to transition and show you this Bomb King MVP, just give you a little taste of it.
Yeah, Bomb King has a really interesting Easter egg hidden in his lore that I'm not sure everyone is aware of. He is the king of bombs. So, spoiler alert.
I had heard that somewhere, that Bomb King is the king of bombs. That's kind of wild. Now you know.
Yeah. Now you know. So yeah, just to go over a little bit of the Trials of the Realm, we will be in the Nightfall update, unlocking on September 15th the Temple Isles, going all the way with the Lunar Coast on November 3rd. And with this, some of the rewards that are the general ones are similar. You will receive, as rewards that are possible to get through it, you can receive up to 3,000 bounties from completing all the quests, as well as you'll have a lot of really cool rewards, like I've said before, but there's really unique animated sprays and 3D sprays in this one. So I'm just really excited for everyone to, try it out, have all the spooky fun. I love Halloween. It's my favorite. So I love that we get to have a theme around this in our game yet again. But
I think the fans do as well. I definitely heard some community requests like, "Hey, can we get those seasonal themes?" Halloween is a great one.
Yeah, it's always fun. I mean, even party poopers still somehow will like Halloween, right? But we have more skins coming your way. You saw some of our teasers on social again, and the first one that we are going to look at here is Pumpkin Patch Ray, who, yes, I think most people kind of guessed this one right off the bat with the teaser, as well as she had card art that did have her flying on a broomstick, so she's adorable.
I love the cauldron there too. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with her witch's brew though. There's like a tentacle sticking out of there. I don't know what she's cooking up. Also, there's a gingerbread man in the background, and he looks menacing. He looks menacing.
The flying gingerbread man.
Beware.
There's two of them. Actually, there's two of them. I'm terrified. But yeah, I think a skin like this is very fitting. You know, we have an Eevee Witch skin, which is very fitting for her, and I think Ray, being another magical casting type character, just kind of fits the whole witch trope and is a great, addition to this. And this will be available, folks, in the spooky scary chest that will be new on September 15th.
And here we have her.
She's got a very fall palette going on with her outfit.
Oh yeah, I love the green fur and hair. It's very, very cute. And just to give some credit here to the team, the concept was done by Thunderbrush, character by Matt, writer was Fishman, who you see here. Rigging, shoutouts to Jisoo. Animation support, shoutouts to Caitlin. VFX, as always, Roland. Audio, Thomas. And the splash art was outsourced to Yuda Fong. Yuda Fong.
Even though she's one of our newer champions, I am really consistently... I personally love the magic hands thing, and seeing what we do with each new piece of content for Ray is fantastic. And Rollin, of course, killing it on the VFX as always. That little pumpkin friend on the left.
And the skulls and the bats, like there's a lot of little details here. They're really excellent and really seasonal.
You gotta have your pumpkin buddies. Alright, you gotta bring the whole patch.
I guess this is a pumpkin patch.
It is indeed.
What kind of... Oh, we gotta see some of those sprays, too, when we get a chance. I know we have some. We can go up to a wall and show.
Definitely glad we could put out time and schedule for a pumpkin patch.
Oh. Hey. So let's go listen to some of her voice lines, give the people what they want.
Did you hear there's a cure for pumpkin spice addiction? Seems they made a pumpkin patch. Oh, I assure you, I'm exactly that kind of witch. Terrific! Happy Halloween! You're the cat's meow. Just like the leaves. I guess it's your time to fall.
I really like the raspiness in her voice. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's fitting and adorable.
I liked it too.
Clearly. But yeah, so folks out there as well who were looking, maybe ranked isn't your thing, but you play Torvald, right? So we have a recolor of Torvald's Berserker skin coming in this next update. Revenant Torvald.
Yes.
And you will be able to purchase this in a chest. We will have the Snowfall chest launching on September 29th, where you will be able to purchase this, buff and beautiful, younger version of Torvald. It gives me a lot of Norse vibes, which is obviously what the skin has always gone for. So, I don't know. I like this color palette on it a lot. So we are going to go, though. One of the last skin that we teased on social, a lot of you guessed it with the Evil Undead reference. We have Dredge getting a skin. This is Bare Bones Dredge, and this skin is going to be your Bounty Store exclusive for this update. So folks who purchase the event pass will be able to earn bounty coins to buy this skin, but you have to own the event pass in order to get this from the bounty store. But I think this is a really fitting skin. Yes, Dredge is kind of already a zombie, but skeleton Dredge has always made sense to me, so I've been a fan ever since I saw the splash art for this.
Quick clarification, this skin is exclusive to the Bounty Store, similar to Shiro Meldamba in the past, but I do not believe that it is the event exclusive. I believe those are two different slots. As one, and this is exclusive, but there's a separate event exclusive, or a event skin for the Bounty Pass, if I recall correctly.
Okay. We'll just have to double check on that. Yeah.
We'll get it updated in the patch notes.
The only thing we will want to note, because we are going to bring this into game and show it off a little bit, just to see, you know, the way it looks and whatnot. It is the same voice pack. So it is the same voice pack as default Dredge, but a completely different skin. So.
The skin looks really cool as well.
I know. I know we have something special we're working on warming up for you too in the game once we get it. Okay, we're gonna go to the lobby to view the skin.
I, for one, know I get tired of all these fleshy constraints. You know, sometimes it's nice just to hatch from, you know, your flesh and just be bare bones. So this will be my main Dredge skin.
Nice.
Yeah, I you know, I'm not a Dredge player myself, but I would probably switch between this and Merrymaker. That would be my two main ones. That looks hilarious.
Yeah, it is a bone I have to pick with most of our champion designs. There's just too much meat on it.
Ha.
Wow. All right. I already knew what I signed up for with Nico, but Fish.
Wild card.
Nico's he's already enough. But yeah, we're gonna also go look at. We have a new mount coming. The Sky Whale is going to be.
Whale. What do we have here?
What's that? Is that a bird? A plane? No, it's a Sky Whale.
Also, my new exclusive choice is the Sky Whale.
I love those happy, like, beard braids the whale now has going. Those are excellent.
I also like that he's a pirate. Yarg! Yarg, I'm a Sky Whale. But yeah, this will be available, there. Folks. Shiver me timbers. This will be available for those wondering as DLC, and I would like to give some shout outs to the team. Big props to Brett and Kyle for working on the new socket system to make this mount and future mounts like this possible. The concept was done by Jeff. Character, or the model, was done by Steve. And animation by Brett, rigging Jisoo, and VFX by Roland, and splash art is Yudafong. So, I don't know about you, but, you know, if you're riding in the battle, nothing says I'm gonna be victorious like riding it on a giant pink whale.
I mean, I'm already intimidated, so mission accomplished.
It's definitely bringing a lot of weight to the fight.
I like the, and you know, we said VFX with Roland. Look at the little, like, the like kind of water, or
yeah,
I don't know, sky effect. Yeah, it's like clouds or something. I don't know. I don't even know what to call it.
Definitely a nice little detail.
I do believe this mount can challenge Makoa. So we do have 2 golden skins as well coming this update. I know that folks are going to be happy that these 2 queens are, you know, receiving some love and getting, you know, getting them to mastery. So Golden Ainara is going to be the first one. You know, Rock Mom is now a Golden Mom of the Year.
I love all the spots we found for the gold, the rock fragments as well. Very cool stuff.
I do believe this is like one of our best golden skin, like in a minute. Like for me, I think it's really nice. And then the other the other champion getting a golden skin is Saris. So this is I think these 2 are wins in their own. 2 queens of the realm getting their golden skins. So they'll be nice and shiny in game as well.
I love the light dark contrast with the gold versus the shadowy background. Very cool stuff in 2D art here.
Always. I'm always a big fan of that. But yeah, we will be right here talking about we're gonna go into some community stuff because I know you're all waiting very patiently for our new champion Saati to be fully revealed to you, and we will get to her right in a second. But I would like to make an announcement and a shout out to our winners for the avatar contest. You can see everyone's Twitter link on the update notes, but these were the ones that won. A few of them are animated, but you can't see the animation on this right now. But you are able to see it on the update notes, the paladins.com/news/trickshot-update-notes. And you can see all the animations on the ones that are animated. But these are great. Shoutouts to every artist that had been placed in the finals. I think we have a great variety here. I think one of my favorites has to be the Willow one. Or I also really like the Vatu one, the way it's animated. So, yeah, just absolutely great job. There were so many entries to pick from. I had to go over 400 entries before even just limiting down to, like, have a meeting with the team to, like, limit more down and more down from there. And, you know, we just have so many talented, passionate artists in the community, and I love all of your work, and I love that we have that kind of passionate player base that, you know, you bring even more hype to the realm with your amazing artwork, folks.
And congratulations to the winners, and thanks to everyone who contributed.
Yeah. No, it's important because we want to keep doing these, and I think that they're a really great way to get involved if you are a fan of the game and you do, you know, have the knack for art. You know, there's always a chance, and the themes are just fun. It's always fun to do these themes, especially if maybe, you know, we don't get to do a certain theme for an event pass. We can do that theme for, you know, avatars and different, you know, content maybe in the future. So, yeah. And before we get into Saati, one more announcement is, you might have seen on social for this week in the realm that there is a Crystal Storm coming. There will be a blog going out about all the details for that tomorrow, and we are just going to remind you that that starts on the 22nd, or the 20th, and goes a couple days past that. I'm not going to completely spoil it, but blog will come out tomorrow, and you'll be able to get the full details on that, free crystals, and maybe some other things. So, with that being said, in case you didn't see it already, we are going to give you some Saati.
Look, it was 1 mark. Maybe 5. Who's counting? Love, you can't blame me for finishing jobs you can't. Sorry, Sky. It's not you. It's me.
Man.
God, she's a badass.
What a girl boss.
Love that energy.
She's about to girl boss and gatekeep all the bounty hunters in the realm. But yeah, I love the energy that she had, and she just turned out to be such a strong champion. I remember just the beginning designs and what she evolved into, and just the personality that shines from her alone, and also the amazing voice actress. Can we just say how amazing her voice actress sounds? Because yeah, I'm in love with it. But we're gonna look at her splash art because we haven't showed you that yet.
Huge shout out to one of our other designers, Entmoot, who did a huge amount of work on Saati. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to join us here today, but his especially with the voice pack and the casting and the direction, I think she landed in such a cool place.
And the voice actress was Lila Burzins, who did an excellent job. So shout out to her as well.
We are gonna
so as we
transition into the game
as
here.
we're in the game,
Nico, I was gonna ask you for some lore. Can you dabble us some lore? Give me the 411.
Give you the long and short of it. So Saati is, I don't necessarily want to like read her lore blurb, but for her, let's say the vibe is like, for her, or to you, a coin flip may be a gamble, but for her, it's an opportunity. So she is a bounty hunter, best of the best gear, best of the best skills, and what she wants, she gets. You know, the one line I really liked, I think, was, she may work for money, but she really makes her money work for her, and going the distance, so to speak, to make sure that she has the skills needed to, you know, essentially trounce anyone else who's coming after her marks. So she goes up against the realm's other bounty hunters, and especially as kind of bigger and bigger marks are being unveiled or rampaging around the realm. If money is no object for the people who need these things dead, then Saati's the one to call.
Yeah, don't call Ghostbusters, you know. Call Saati. She'll take your money
Saati.
and get the job done. and she'll look good while doing it, and she might steal your girl. But
Both true.
But yeah, Mrs. Steal Your Girl. But with that being said, one thing that I thought was really cool that I noticed that I just wanted to just compliment the designers on, I know Alex isn't here, is I know we have a character in the game named Pip, and you guys are going to get into it here with her abilities and basic moves, but the little UI that you see near her pistol, folks, is her amount of pips. And I don't know, it just seems fitting once they describe it to you, I feel. Like when I was first getting to see the character, it just made a lot of sense.
Synergy.
But yeah, let's get into her abilities though, Nico.
I think I'm going to start off on this one.
Yeah,
okay.
go ahead, Fish.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So with her primary fire, her weapon, she's got a high caliber semi-automatic pistol with a 7-round clip, and it's so when you play around with it, it is high risk, high reward. So she reloads fairly frequently, and there's a pretty good gap in between her individual shots. But man, do they pack a punch! And if you're landing your basic attacks, you're really going to see an impact in those fights. 525 damage every half second. It's effective up to 60 units away.
Just to clarify real quick, Saati is our newest damage champion entering the game.
Good call. And then you want to give us alt fire, Kevin?
Yeah, let's do it. So Saati's alt fire is called Ricochet. And Saati will flip a coin into the air that travels through the air. And the cool bit is it does deal damage if you hit enemies with it, but the fun bit, the trick shot, is if you manage to shoot it before it hits the ground, it will activate. And then subsequent shots on said coin will find their way to an enemy instead, dealing damage. The coin will be destroyed after landing 4 shots on it, after which it will explode, dealing damage in an area around it. So if you manage to get that trick shot ricochet coin in the middle of multiple enemies, shoot it a few times, get some extra chip damage, and then have it explode, that is pretty fun.
Really nice around corners, too.
One thing I think to note about this champion is it's definitely gonna be a more, I think, not so easy character to just right off the bat be good at. Like, this is definitely gonna take, you know, I don't even want to be a pun. I don't even think it's a pun, but like it's literally like a skill shot, you know. It's just gonna take a lot of skill.
We definitely saw players in playtests like start out, maybe struggle a little bit, and then the more they played, the more they got into the kind of options the kit offers.
I don't need to see
Yeah. Let's get into also her ability 1, Blast Back.
Sure. So this is a movement ability. She can set off a kicking backflip, hitting enemies in a 45-unit cone in front of her for 250 damage within the range, which also sets them with a damage on over time fire. and it pushes her back, importantly. So she repositions backwards, and her enemies are also knocked back up to 20 units. This consumes 4 pips and is an excellent repositioning tool. With the pip system, if you are full, you can actually get off multiple of these for some pretty extreme repositioning options.
And when speaking about that pip system, just to clarify to people, so Saati uses this pip resource, and that means that she doesn't have traditional cooldowns. So just to be clear, if you have the pips to use an ability, you can use that ability. If you don't, you can't, but there's no cooldowns for her basic abilities.
Yeah, that's actually really good to know. And for her ability number 2, yeah, we have Dead Ringer. This is probably the funniest ability like in the game.
Yes,
so.
this one, we were interested to see how it would turn out flavor-wise, but I think it actually turned out really well. So, Dead Ringer,
I agree.
You'll drop a facsimile of yourself on the battlefield. This is essentially a cardboard cutout with a big pistol. Fires 3 shots, or bursts of 3 shots that deal 150 damage every 1 second in a straight line. And as is tradition, since Saati starts with S, we had to, of course, that's not actually how it works, but, you know, we have to give her some stealth. So when you drop that decoy, you will gain a brief moment of invisibility, allowing you to reposition. This is fun. I have been a couple times, I've gotten pretty good about recognizing that, but I have a couple times been tricked when people have put down the Saati decoy, and I don't know where she went, since I haven't bought Illuminate at that point. And then landing or dealing damage to the decoy will reveal you to Saati very briefly, and landing a killing blow on the decoy will reveal you to Saati for, I believe it's 3 seconds, and this ability consumes 4 pips, so a little bit on the more expensive side.
Yeah, I love the decoy. The art for it in general is just hilarious because it's super funny, but
A lot of
just
personality
in general,
too.
yeah, she is, a baddie, but she also clearly likes to have fun and, joke around with everyone and whatnot. So, with that being said, we can get into her ultimate here, Wallbang. I think this is, when we were in our last meeting with the AOC and showed them this, they felt like this, they liked the feeling of it. So hopefully that's the vibe that you all will get when you see it here on the stream.
In case you didn't hear, also real quick, the actual decoy says voice lines. It says like bang bang, which is super fun in my opinion. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
Really rubbing it in. Yep. Yeah. So
yeah,
with the ultimate,
let's go into Wallbang.
you're gonna empower your next 3 shots, which are gonna be fired using your basic controls. Each one, it pierces through enemies. And it also can go through walls. So if you've got outlines from your team, or if you've used the reveal from the enemies attacking your decoy, you don't even have to have line of sight on them, and you can fire 3 massively powerful shots, each of which does 777 damage, like a lucky slot machine, to the unfortunate enemies who are hit by it.
And it can, I believe said this, but it can go through walls, right?
It absolutely does. So some really cool tactical options there.
An interesting counterplay is, as somebody on the opposing team, you actually do see this kind of piercing world tracer as well, so you do see it coming to some degree.
It's got travel time to it.
There's some dodge capability.
Also, Strixus on the back end there, can you throw out that Corvus spray on the wall? I don't think we got to see it yet, and it's very important.
Oh, no spray.
Oh, no joy.
Oh.
We'll get that sorted out for sure.
No spray, no joy. Oh! Wait, no, okay. Well, you folks can see it from the thumbnail anyways, but it's important, alright? It was me, Corvus. Anyways, those who know. Let me give some shout-outs, though, before we get into a little bit deeper detail here with Saati. concept was originally done by Thunderbrush. Abilities by 1518 Studios. Character by Mike. Weapon Adam. Rigging Jisoo. First person animation Caitlin. 3P done by Jim. Emotes and lobby animation Brett and Jacob. VFX Roland. UI Cam. Programming Myron and Ethan. Splash art Thunderbrush. Card art Caravan Studios, and audio by Thomas. I think, the team put a lot of love into this character, and, I think it is one of our more unique champions, even though it is another, every champion's going to have some kind of casting ability and whatnot, especially in a hero shooter, and you gotta do something to make somebody with a gun, be more than just a character with a gun. And I think her personality shows in her kit.
Absolutely. Really happy with how this turned out. Thanks to the whole team. And again, Alex, who did a lot of the design behind this, was not able to be here today, but really brought this together. So really happy with how this turned out.
Absolutely.
As we round out, I think, our game section, I can talk briefly about the some of the talents and such, if we want.
Yeah, that would be great, because then we'll go into her skins right after that. So let's hear a little bit about them.
So a little bit of background info. Something that we didn't mention before is she does have a little bit of a passive as it relates to the pip system. I believe it is a slightly increased fire rate while she's above 4 pips, so 5 or greater, and then a slightly increased movement speed while she's below 5, so 4 or fewer. So just something to keep in mind as you play her. Her first talent, or default talent, is called Improvised. Her decoy is now more cost-effective to use, so the Dead Ringer decoy will cost 3 pips instead of 4, and will explode if an enemy gets close enough, dealing damage to said enemies within, I believe it's a 10-unit radius. Her level 2 talent is called Window of Opportunity. Blastback knocks enemies straight up, and they take 20% more damage from Saati for approximately 1.5 seconds. And her level 8 talent is Heads or Tails. Ricocheted shots from the coin deal increased damage. So sorry, Strixus, I'm speedrunning these talents for you. Ricocheted shots deal 200% more damage to shields, reveal enemies for 1 second, and heal Saati for 125 HP. And as Strixus catches up here through my speed run, my fault, friend, we will have rounded out our Saati showcase.
Absolutely, and we have some skins, as always, with every new champion on release. We're going to start out, though, with her Season Pass 2021 skin, which, these are always fun ones, right? Like, Ray had a really cute one. Vatu, yep, and there it is, iced out. Saati is no stranger to clearly trying to have all eyes in the room on her when she walks in, right? So she's sure to catch some eyes. I love the removal of the jacket, and I like this color palette too on her. Like it's just like a nice ivory, super clean. Hopefully she doesn't get any blood on her shirt. From all these bounty kills.
Be a pain to wash out, but she does her job in style.
She can definitely afford it with all the bounties she's collected.
Oh, for sure. And that skin, by the way, folks, is the one for the Season Pass, so only to the Season Pass for the Iced Out, and it is limited. This skin, though, is Hotshot, which is available for Crystal Purchase or 60,000 gold, and if you do have the Season Pass, this will also be automatically unlocked for you as well. And yeah, I one thing I really like about these skins is the kind of fire theme, almost like we're going for with a lot of these. Like Ray had hers where I guess because of the cuteness factor of Ray, like hers looked more like, autumn harvesty. I think it literally is called Harvest, but Saati's here, it's red hot. And we are also going to be giving her a golden skin, which you can obtain by reaching Mastery level 50. And I love the placing of the gold on the padding texture on her jacket. I think it's really fun. So yeah,
sure.
I also
Like
love
the hair.
silver hair. I know she kind of default has like a silver hair, but you know, it's always nice to see, and you know, hopefully everyone's enjoyed so far a lot of everything that's gone into not just the creation of Saati, but even teasing her. This was a fun one to I have the whole Evil Mojo team wanting to potentially get coins, like we sent out to our influencers that got the coins with Karn and Valera on them, you know, and it was just fun because it had to do with her kit, and people were kind of theory crafting, trying to figure out why is there this coin. And also on top of that, we had the teasers on social, which we did give you a look a little bit more into her right away. But I hope that you've enjoyed this so far. I hope that, you know, we've had a good time. I surely did. I love getting to, you know,
Same.
join you folks every 2 months. Yeah, Fish, how was your first update show? You know, in summary here, we made you put on the succubus horns. You know, now that Kevin's gone, we still have to dress up, you know, our
Absolutely.
designers, but we won't maybe embarrass you as much as I've embarrassed Kevin in the past when I made him Tiberius. So.
Don't make promises you can't keep. No, this has been a blast. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy what we've delivered this patch. Definitely let us know because we want to hear your feelings. But I have had a great time.
I think it went swimmingly.
Wow.
Get it? Because he's
All
fish.
right. With that said, folks, thank you for joining us. And until next time, you know, we'll see you in the realm. Thank you.
Tú quieres mis